I know some people who are always calling the old friends. That's not me. I do call, but it's because I'm always have enough happening around me in the present life that I really don't have to have the crutches of the previous life. Meaning some people, I know some guys who are always, are you in touch with that guy? I am not. If they reach out to me, obviously I'm very, I'm good friends with them and I remember, but unless they're part of I have enough happening in my present life that keeps me busy and that requires my attention, that very few cycles of attention go to any part of previous life. I feel this does help one to have less anxiety.
Okay, in what sense?
In that, anyone who lives in the past, it means you're carrying the past impressions or past samskaras with you. Meaning you're not only carrying the good, you're also carrying the bad, right? Now I told you, there are a few accidents I had. Now if I am always living in that, then I'm always thinking about that, right? And that's, or whatever happened, and so same thing happens, that, this was a good guy, the bad guy, you're carrying that always with you, right? It never happened like that. I'm not a guy who lives in the past a whole lot, I remember, I have some memories stay with you if you somebody asks you a question, because those memories make your current composition, but more than memories, like we say in heartfulness, that every memory has an emotional part and a cognitive part. So cognitive part is definitely stays with you, emotional part we clean out through cleaning. So it means its cleaning is working well on me. See, like they say, human being, we as human beings are social animals, social. And that's a very important part, and that's what many societies have now lacked. If you see the Western societies where people live in their own homes, there's no conversation with your neighbors and all that. And I'm also not a very conversational guy, meaning when it comes to that. My wife perhaps keeps up with more relationships in the neighborhood around. But having said that, I find in myself a guy who is always willing to help others to the extent I can help them. And I'm always, for most part, surrounded by people. And it's very important because it keeps you sane. We all need alone time. That's where you are able to develop yourself. That's what Daji tells us. Many people who have known Chariji and Daji, they say Daji is requires more alone time, and Daji was more of people's person. Generally, I hear that. Daji is very people person also, but at the same time, he wants each one of us to have enough time that we spend with ourselves. That's where we will be able to develop ourselves. He says for your own consciousness to develop, you would need that. All that you've gathered, you've received spiritually, that can work on you when nothing else is working, or you are not working on anything else. If I'm all the time, I'm busy in work, talking to people, eating this, that, then it's like sleeping. Why do we need sleep? That's when our cells get rejuvenated. That's when our organs get their rest time, right? These things have time, right? Same way we need, for our consciousness, for our inner self to develop, we need alone time. But obviously that time I was as far away from spirituality as one could be, at least that's what I thought. And now when I look back, I was pretty social, but I also used to have alone time.